How do you design one of the most advanced ERs in the country? At Parkview, we did it by focusing all our attention on you, the patient, by involving doctors and nurses in the design process, by creating quieter, more private spaces, and by leading the region in heart, stroke, and trauma care. This is not your typical emergency room. It's Parkview. In an emergency, isn't this where you'd rather be?
Parkview, your partner in health.
Side for all the action.
The final Friday night of the regular season finds us at the Carroll Fieldhouse. It's a battle of top 10 teams in non-conference high school basketball action as the Warsaw Tigers, ranked 6th in Class 4A, bring their 20-1 record to the Carroll Fieldhouse to take on the Carroll Chargers on senior night. The 9th-ranked Chargers come in 19-5, but both teams coming in on a losing streak. For Warsaw, when you're 20-1, the losing streak obviously hasn't reached very far, but they did lose their first game of the season and their last time out. They lost to Carroll 36-33, a team that Carroll beat just a game before that, and Carroll has finished the season with perhaps their 4 toughest games. They went back to back with Carroll, Homestead, North Central down in Indianapolis, and then here against Warsaw. So far, Carroll is 1-2 in that 4-game test, and they want to get a win to at least finish the final 4-game set even at 2-2 before heading into tournament play, where they'll play Snyder Tuesday night to open the DeKalb 4A sectional. If you look at the Sagarin ratings, Carroll, the 9th-ranked team in 4A, and that's exactly where they sit in the Sagarin computer ratings at 92.3. Meanwhile, for Warsaw, they're ranked number 6, but the computers say they're no better than 15th in Class 4A. Joined tonight by Ryan Dellinger. I am Brett Rump. DC Hendricks back in the ESPN 1380 studios, and this will be an exciting one and a good game to finish off our high school basketball regular season.
Yeah, absolutely. Another outstanding. Homestead and Carroll do a great job of scheduling, and tonight we have one of those games between a really good Warsaw team who likes to slow it down a lot and a Carroll team that can go either way, speed it up, go into the half court and run sets for Mallers and Redding. So we'll see what Warsaw can do with some of the size. They have some size of their own, and they seem to be a very physical team, and we'll see tonight. But it's senior night here. It's a jam-packed arena, and there's a lot of Neon Nation here. There's a whiteout going on as well. So on senior night, it's just a special night, and the way you want to go out as a senior is a big win before you head into sectional play.
Yeah, both teams fairly evenly matched on paper, and of course it is senior night, and for the Carroll Chargers, 3 seniors, Kellum Brown, Avery Fath, and of course Kyle Mallers, who will be playing college ball at Ball State, honored before the game along with the dance team, the cheerleaders, the pep band. Plus, we had one of the Champions Together events tonight between the junior varsity and varsity games. So a rather lengthy period since the junior varsity teams played. They ended just a little bit before 7, almost an hour ago. If you look at the series between these two teams, it's been terrific over the last 5 times they've met. All 5 meetings decided by 5 points or less, and 2 of those in overtime, with Carroll holding a slim 3-2 advantage over the Warsaw Tigers. Last meeting, Warsaw won in overtime, 48-47, almost exactly 1 year ago to the day, and that game was played in Warsaw. The total series, the two teams have met 20 times in 30 years, and Warsaw has won 12 of the 20 meetings. Opponents this year for Warsaw finished up with a 246-202 record, while Carroll's opponents 302-191. So, Ryan, you spoke to strength of schedule. Carroll not only has scheduled tough here at the end of the year, but they've had a pretty tough schedule all year long. They've taken on Merrillville, they've taken on Carmel, they've taken on North Central. So it has been a team that has been challenged with the schedule, maybe more so than Warsaw.
Absolutely, and then they're in the SAC. And we've watched them play numerous times. You know, they struggled a little bit with Dwenger. They struggled with Concordia in the first half. Snyder hung around with them for a while. Northside actually beat them. So, you know, they're battle-tested. They're ready to go. Kyle Mallers wants to go out of here with a bang, and I know that he'll be up for tonight's game. And we'll just see how the pace goes. And, you know, the X-Man last year for Carroll was Kellen Brown. This is the senior night, see where his emotions are at, where he can be out on the floor. He's a terrific athlete, and that's something I'm not sure that Warsaw's seen a whole lot of this year, and this Carroll team is loaded with athletes.
Other games going on tonight include Columbia City hosting Concordia. You've got Lures at Huntington North, which I think will be a terrific ball game. Snyder at Marion is an intriguing one to keep an eye on. Wayne is at Richmond. Kokomo is just down the road at Northrop. Norwell at Homestead. You've got Jay County at Belmont, Northridge at DeKalb, and Woodland at Leo. Just some of the area action. And, of course, we'll have a full scoreboard for you tonight. Our post-game show live from the Pizza Hut at Pine Valley. The Parkview Sports Medicine post-game show. I'll be joined by Michael McIntyre, who will be our official scoreboard operator tonight. And we'll give you all the scores on this final Friday of the high school basketball season. Well, the teams have been summoned to the bench, and I want to remind you, too, coming up tomorrow morning, be sure to tune in to Jim Shevlin and Talkin' Sports. Local sports to get you going on a Saturday morning from 8 to 10, and then Adam Schenkel hosts Inside the Game with DC Hendricks, the Capital. That's from 10 to 11 a.m. tomorrow morning. And then we'll have IPFW basketball at 1 o'clock. The Dons finishing up the regular season down in Indianapolis against IUPUI. The first place Mastodons will be the #1 seed in the Summit League tournament that starts a week from tomorrow. Our Hoopie Insurance Services pregame show will start at 12:45 tomorrow afternoon, followed by IPFW and IUPUI. And then at 4 o'clock, Purdue, a big win at Mackey Arena, taking on the Maryland Terrapins. A 4 o'clock tip. Pregame will follow IPFW basketball, and then all the action all day tomorrow right here. We'll take a break. When we come back, we've got your starting lineups and your opening tip of 2 top 10 teams in Indiana. The Warsaw Tigers and the Carroll Chargers on ESPN Radio, 1380 and 100.9 FM.
Indiana Physical Therapy is your choice in Northern Indiana. Just like filling a medication prescription from your doctor, you have the right to choose who provides your physical therapy. And IPT accepts all insurance coverage. IPT is open 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. and offers same-day appointments. With 14 conveniently located clinics, go to indianapt.com to find the clinic near you. Contact Indiana Physical Therapy to start your therapy today. Celebrating 27 years in business, Indiana Physical Therapy is your choice for physical therapy. Call 260-209-2464 or visit indianapt.com.
You're sure about that?
Trust me, when Serenity Kitchen and Bath says it's guaranteed, they mean guaranteed.
But this is a big step. Getting a kitchen or a bath remodeled is an investment.
Which is exactly why you need Serenity Kitchen and Bath. Look at the job they did at our house.
Serenity remodeled your kitchen and bath?
Of course, and they do a fantastic job because when you hire Serenity Kitchen and Bath, you're dealing with the owner. That's a big factor because it's a totally hands-on operation. And Serenity never forgets that it's an important investment to you. That's why everything they do is of the highest quality. The owner even personally inspects each job before it's considered complete.
And your home is so beautiful. Okay, Serenity Kitchen and Bath is the choice. Now, where should we start first? The kitchen or the bathroom? Both.
Call 749-7028 and talk to the kitchen and bath remodeling experts at Serenity Kitchen and Bath. And if you're planning on attending the Home and Garden Show, be sure to get an estimate from the best. Serenity Kitchen and Bath, your first step towards peace of mind. 749-7028 or visit them at serenitykitchenandbath.com.
When an injury knocks you out of the game, call Parkview Sports Medicine. Whether you're an aspiring pro or a recreational athlete, our team of orthopedic surgeons, physical therapists, and athletic trainers will provide you with rapid access to comprehensive care and sports-specific rehabilitation. Parkview Sports Medicine will get you back to the action quickly and safely because the game just isn't the same without you. Call Parkview Sports Medicine today at 260-266-4007 and make our team of expert physicians your dream team. We'll get you back in the game.
You're listening to High School Basketball, presented by Indiana Physical Therapy on ESPN 1380 and 100.9 FM.
Welcome back to the Carroll Fieldhouse. I'm Brett Rump along with Ryan Dellinger and the Capitol back in the ESPN 1380 and 100.9 FM studios. Time now to take a look at the starting lineups between Warsaw and Carroll. The Warsaw Tigers 20-1 under 14th-year coach Doug Ogle. 213 wins, just lost his 100th game last time out against Carroll. They'll start number 2, Kyle Mangus. Mangus is a 6'3 junior guard. Paul Marindet. Marindet is a 6-foot senior that will also play guard, with Riley Rhodes, a 6'4 senior, listed as a forward. Jeremy David, a 6'4 junior, also a forward. And Evan Schmidt makes for the third guard. Evan Schmidt is a 6-foot senior guard for the Warsaw Tigers. For the Carroll Chargers, they'll start their seniors, including Avery Fath at the point guard. They'll have Kyle Mallers as a forward and Kellum Brown also as a forward. Riley Perlick plays the center. Perlick is a 6'4", 210-pound sophomore. And then Jacob Redding, the sharpshooter from the outside, a 6'1", 160-pound junior guard. Carroll takes the floor, white uniforms with a navy blue. Chargers across the chest, navy blue numbers, black trim, and then the Warsaw Tigers, black road uniforms, white letters, numbers, orange trim. Jumping center, it's going to be Riley Rhodes jumping it up for Warsaw against Kyle Mallers. Just about to get this underway. The Carroll Chargers will go right to left as we look at the court from the corner here at the Carroll Fieldhouse. The tip is controlled by the Chargers. Avery Fath to run the point. Splits the rings, bounces out to the right from the top of the key, and then crosses the pass left to Perla. Posting, Mallers backing in right into the middle of the lane. A little turnaround jump shot, good for Kyle Mallers quickly. Only 18 seconds into the game, the Carroll Chargers take the lead.
Yeah, he's got a distinct advantage over Rhodes there, Riley Rhodes. See if they work that for most of this first quarter here for Mallers. He's got a big size advantage.
Rhodes from right elbow. The pass deflected into the backcourt, but since it was deflected, Evan Schmidt will go back and get it. Up top to Marindet. Between the circles, guarded by Avery Fath. Schmidt off the screen to the left wing. Takes it up top. Finds a man in the lane, Mangus. He'll turn, shoot, and miss, and the rebound goes to Carroll. Quickly in the front court, Mallers. He's going to drive into the lane, get cut off outside Fath from the elbow. Kick on the wing to Brown. Up top, Mallers. Mallers hands to Redding, who'll bounce it to the center circle where Avery Fath waits and then calls out the play. Fath with the pumpkin, takes it to the left wing, hands to Brown, top of the key. He'll give it off to Mallers. Mallers to the right, hands to Redding. On a pick and pop, Redding finds Mallers, who drains a three. It's Kyle Mallers 5 and Warsaw nothing.
Yeah, and Warsaw's very deliberate in their half-court sets here. Takes them a little while to get it up the court. They're in no hurry.
And you see exactly what makes Kyle Mallers such a top prospect for the next level. Takes it down low, gets a bucket down in the lane in traffic, and then hits a three-pointer. There's Mangus. He takes a step in the lane of travel against Kyle Mangus. Mangus for the Tigers. He is a 6'3 junior guard. Here comes Carroll. Front court, Fath. Off a screen, Perlick. He's high just left of the top of the key. Bounces it down low. Mallers again will work. He did the swim move, but he was getting pushed. And it'll be a Warsaw foul on Riley Rhodes. So 5:53 remaining opening quarter. Chargers out in front of Warsaw 5-0. First foul called in the game. And now Carroll inbounds. Fath off a screen, Redding near the corner, takes it up to the angle and then throws up top to Avery Fath. Fath on the bounce, looks back into the backcourt sideline where he finds Marty Beasley calling a play. And it's Redding, a three from the top of the key, no good. Rebound tipped and grabbed by Warsaw. Front court, Tigers. Marindet in the lane. Pull-up jumper, good off glass. 5-2. Warsaw's on the board. Jumper, Right wing, Mallers will try for another three, almost the same spot. He hit one, but he misses this one. Mangus, front court for Warsaw, to the foul line, double teamed. Out on the wing, Schmidt, baseline to David. Jeremy David. He'll shoot the 15-footer and miss it. Weak side rebound taken up by Rhodes. No good. Rebound Carroll. Half-court outlet goes to Fath. He takes it down the right sideline all the way to the baseline corner. On the wing, it's Redding. His three, too strong, and the rebound goes to Riley Rhodes of Warsaw. 4:45 clock runs. We're in quarter one here at the Carroll Fieldhouse with the Chargers leading it 5-2. And Marindet will not be guarded, so he'll just shoot from the three-point line and miss it. Rebound Carroll. Fath, front court Perlick, down low, Muscle, got it. The sophomore overpowers Warsaw at the basket and finishes 7-2. It's the Chargers in front of the Warsaw Tigers. 4:25 remaining opening quarter. We've got a quick 20-second timeout, so we'll keep it here. But Ryan, good start for Carroll. Seems to, they found their mismatch. And Mikhail Mallers is a tough matchup for any high school team, let alone college. But for Warsaw coming in here, they've had trouble both inside and outside with Mallers.
Yeah, and he started it on the inside, and that's dangerous when he can get inside the paint because he's got such a soft touch around the basket. And then when you think you're on him on the out beyond the three-point line, he just simply can shoot over you. But right now, Carroll's, what they're doing is able to control the pace of the game and speed the game up enough where they're getting some wide open looks. Redding's had a couple open looks and hasn't hit one, but Kellen Brown's got one, and Riley Perlick just got one. So they've been able to speed the game up.
Warsaw's basketball about halfway through our first quarter. They're down 7-2. Schmidt outside right wing. Up top to Kyle Mangus. Just outside the top of the key to Marindet, who gets cut off. Guarded by Fath. In the lane, though, he picks it up. Throws outside to Miller. Or rather David, who hands to Marindet. Coming off a screen. It's Mangus, right wing, draining a three. That draws the Tigers to within two. Nice set play, flaring Kyle Mangus to get a look on the weak side, and Mangus made good on it. Brown from the left wing. Looks in the lane. Mallers has no position, so it's around the perimeter to the right wing. And Avery Fath. Skip pass going from the free throw line down toward the corner, was deflected out of bounds. It'll stay Carroll basketball in the front court with 3:28 remaining opening quarter and a 7-5 Chargers lead.
Entering the game now is Arius Jones for the Chargers, as well as Anthony Martin, a very good outside shooter.
Chargers in the home white uniforms. Jones will hand to Martin. He'll take it toward the elbow, outside Brown. Can't throw it right, so he'll throw it left, but we've got a moving screen. And I think it's Jones. It's Arius Jones who came out and set a screen for Mallers away from the ball, and Jones will quickly pick up his first foul, and it's the first one in the game called on the Chargers. Ticking down toward 3 minutes left in our first quarter, a 7-5 Carroll lead. Warsaw the basketball, a chance to tie or take the lead. Rhodes up top to Mangus. Outside Marindet works against Mallers. Seems to be a mismatch, must be a switch. Schmidt, right wing. Up top Marindet, now on the wing to Mangus. Marindet, top of the key, dribbles to the foul line, cut off by Mallers. Corner pass to Rhodes. Rhodes looks. Marindet open underneath the basket. He's got Mallers on him. He tried to challenge Mallers, and Kyle Mallers just blocked it out of bounds.
That was good defense. They had him trapped, almost double-teamed underneath there. Warsaw is so deliberate in their offense. It reminded me a long time ago of East Noble, how they like to play the games down in the 30s. And that may be what they're trying to do tonight as well.
Marindet, top of the key, dribbles to the left wing. Popping out Schmidt, rotates at Mangus, right wing. He's guarded by Kellen Brown. Rhodes up top, Schmidt on the wing. In the corner, Mangus. He will drive against Mallers. Get cut off, and they're going to call Mallers. He reached and knocked the ball but he caught some hand and a touch foul called on Kyle Mallers, his first, team second. 2:17 remains in our opening quarter with the Carroll Chargers leading it over Warsaw 7-5. Marindet the inbound for the Tigers. In the corner to Jeremy David. Mangus on the wing. At the arch, he dribbles and gives it up. Schmidt to Marindet in the corner. He drives in, spins, puts it up off glass, and got it to tie the score. 5 straight scored by Warsaw after falling behind 7-2. We're even now, 7-all. Right wing Perlick, up top Mallers, left side to Kellum Brown. Passing around the perimeter. Here goes Martin to the baseline. Behind the back dribble. Gets him into the lane, and then it was tipped away. Here comes Warsaw on a steal. Trans Marindet down to the right block. Underneath. Put up a shot. Didn't get it. Rebound goes to Perlick of Carroll. 1:29. Clock ticking away here in the first quarter. Tied at 7. Chargers front court. Arias Jones runs the point. Dribbles to the right. Hands on the right wing to Mallers. He'll get a screen near the top of the key, and on a pick and pop, Brown on the right wing won't shoot it. Top of the key to Martin. Right wing, Arias Jones. Baseline Brown. He's immediately going to drive and attack, get cut off. Outside Jones. Pass to the left to Perlick. Back to Jones. Driving. Big bunny hop in the lane. Turns, spins, and puts it in. Arias Jones puts the Chargers back in front 9-7. We go under a minute left here in quarter one.
Carroll with really good spacing that time to give Arias Jones a lane to drive down in there, and a very aggressive ball player.
See if Warsaw tries to tick this down. We're at 40 seconds in the first quarter, and their spacing looks like they're running a regular offense as the clock gets down to 32, and now they're stepping outside. And this is not unusual. Warsaw does not mind limiting possessions. 9-7, Carroll with the lead. We're down to 20 seconds remaining in our first quarter, and Paul Marindet just holding the ball near the timeline as it ticks down to 12. He still holds. Now he starts to bounce. 10 seconds at half court. Between the circles. Throws over the top baseline. Mangus drives. Muscles it up with a finger roll. He scores with 2 seconds. Tied at 9, and the inbound to Jones. He'll launch it. 3/4 court. A little late, and we're all tied up after our first 8-minute session. 9-9, Carroll and Warsaw. High school basketballs presented by Indiana Physical Therapy on ESPN Radio 1380 and 100.9 FM.
It's Pizza Hut's $5 flavor menu deal with your choice of any 2 or more of these delicious options for just $5 each. A medium 1-topping pizza, 8 breaded bone-out wings, a single pan of Tuscan pasta, a double order of garlic sticks or flavor sticks, even a Hershey's triple chocolate brownie or chocolate chip cookie. Just $5 each when you order 2 or more. Get pizza and pasta, pizza and wings, maybe even wings and a dessert. It's your choice with the $5 flavor menu for a limited time at your hometown Pizza Hut.
Indiana Physical Therapy is your choice in Northern Indiana. Just like filling a medication prescription from your doctor, you have the right to choose who provides your physical therapy. And IPT accepts all insurance coverage. IPT is open 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. and offers same-day appointments. With 14 conveniently located clinics, go to indianapt.com to find the clinic near you. Contact Indiana Physical Therapy to start your therapy today. Celebrating 27 years in business, Indiana Physical Therapy is your choice for physical therapy. Call 260-209-2464 or visit indianapt.com.
You're listening to High School Basketball, presented by Indiana Physical Therapy on ESPN 1380 and 100.9 FM.
To the second quarter we go here at the Carroll Fieldhouse, all tied up 9-9 between 2 top 10 teams. The 6th-ranked Warsaw Tigers 20-1, and the 9th-ranked Carroll Chargers 19-5. Warsaw their first loss last time out, while Carroll comes in losers of 2 straight. Warsaw the basketball, and Mangus will pop. 3-pointer, nothing but net. Kyle Mangus from distance puts Warsaw in front 12-9. It is now a 10-2 run for the Warsaw Tigers after they fell behind early 7-2. See if Carroll can try to find a way to get the ball in the hands of Kyle Mallers. There's Mallers popping out between the rings. Left wing pass goes to Martin. Looks baseline and then dribbles up top. Back on the left wing to Riley Perlick. Perlick will drive. He'll get past his man. Big bump in the lane. No whistle, and Perlick lays it in off glass. Could have been an and one situation, but the officials let him play through. Perlick the bucket that brings the Chargers to within one. 12-11. 6:45 clock run. Second quarter. Up top, Mangus. Marindet left all alone. They want him to shoot it, and he makes them pay. Nobody came out to guard Paul Marindet, and he hits the three-pointer from up top that puts the Tigers in front 15-11.
I think that happened because Anthony Martin and Mallard switched guys, and I don't think Martin knew that he had Marinette.
If somebody was supposed to be guarding him, they didn't know it because he was wide open. Jones. Hands off on the perimeter to Redding. Redding getting armbarred, and then finally a call. Well, Redding was trying to get the call for a while as Mangus had the armbar on him, and Kyle Mangus whistled for his first foul, second on the team, with 6:10 to play here in the second quarter. It's 15-11. Warsaw with the lead over the Carroll Chargers at the Carroll Fieldhouse. Friday night high school basketball. Brett Rump with Ryan Dellinger and D.C. Hendricks, the Capital. Working it solo back in the ESPN 1380 at 100.9 FM studios. Baseline to Mallers. Mallers posting. Low right block. Steps out. Looks to shoot. Can't get a shot up, so he sends it top of the key to Martin. Now between the rings, Mallers pops out, gets the ball in his hands again. They space the floor. Doesn't give him any place to go, and Carroll continues to play catch around the perimeter. Here's Perlick, just muscling hard to the basket. Missed the shot. Rebound tipped outside. Carroll has it. Martin's open, and a three is no good. Weak side rebound, Marindet of Warsaw. Tigers 15-11. And a long lead pass is tipped away at the basket by Martin. And it goes out of bounds baseline. Now let's check the subs. Martin and Mallers are going to sit down. 15-11. Tigers lead and have the ball under their own basket. Interesting inbounds. Everybody stacks near the corner. They inbound from under the basket. Mangus almost got a look at a three. From the top, Marindet, foul line. Cut off, looks under, nobody open, throws outside to Mangus. Mangus to the top of the key. On the wing, Marindet, guarded by Avery Fath. A flare for Mangus. He can't shoot from the right wing. Bounces it down low to Jeremy David. Back up top to Kyle Mangus. Mangus is going to drive, get cut off, step back outside, and then his pass up top stolen. Here goes Redding to the basket. Layup. And that's going to be probably a goaltend on Carroll.
On Arias Jones.
There would have been, I think, an and one, and Jones went up and got his hand on the basketball before it came off the cylinder. Redding, I think, would have had the layup in the and one, but Jones, well, you know, that's just part of the process for sophomores.
Yeah.
Get overexcited. Avery Fath, the senior, talking to him near midcourt as Jacob Redding goes to the foul line. He'll still shoot 2 free throws, and he's good on the first. 15-12, first point in the game for Jacob Redding. 6'1", 160-pound junior guard. His father, Mark Redding, the varsity girls basketball coach here at Carroll. Redding converts the second. Riley Perlick will sit down. Kyle Mallers right back in. Not a long rest at all.
No, he got enough time. He's ready to go back in.
Maybe one possession. 15-13 the score. Warsaw leads it and has the basketball about 4.5 minutes before halftime. Marindet, left angle, popping out top of the key is Rhodes. Marindet back on the left wing. Guarded by Arias Jones. Marindet signaling. Mangus comes off a screen foul line. Top of the key. He's guarded by Martin. And of course, Kellum Brown. Brown always gets the toughest defensive assignment. Man-to-man, Brown all over Mangus. He has it left wing, and there's a switch. So now Redding has picked up Mangus. See if Mangus takes advantage. Hesitation dribble. Went to the ground. Now passes up on the wing to Rhodes. all the way up top to Marindet. Near the right sideline on the Chargers logo, Marindet, high half court, starts things over. Dribbles to the right wing, hands to Schmidt. Up top, Rhodes, back down low to Marindet. His shot blocked, and Kellen Brown has it for the Chargers.
Actually, I think it was Avery Fath that got a hand on that ball as he was going up.
Mallers up top, center circle. Avery Fath is going to call out the play as he looks over to Marty Beasley. Coach at Carroll. Arius Jones. Left wing, Brown to the top of the key. He'll dribble around the arc, pick it up between the circles, and throw left to Redding. Back right to Jones, near the corner to Brown. Redding comes off a screen at the right angle, gets the catch, can't shoot it. Fath to the left wing to Jones. Carroll with the ball, down by 2. Redding, right wing. Two teams that are not bothered by discipline offense. Mallers down low, double teamed. He's looking for the open man. He looks, he turns and shoots and scores right over the double team. Kyle Mallers with 7 points. We're tied up 15 apiece.
It was a good set by Carroll that time. They were patient. I don't know if that was the greatest shot, but it was a good shot.
He had the double team, and he really did try to find somebody open, and instead just kind of took the step back fadeaway from 10 feet out and drained it. Now Warsaw with the ball in a tie game, 15 apiece, 2.5 to play before halftime. Marindet's on the right angle, 25 feet out, takes it to the baseline, gets cut off, cross-court pass Schmidt, drives baseline, 15-footer, good. Evan Schmidt hits from 15 feet on the left baseline, his first bucket, and the Warsaw Tigers right back in front, 17-15. Jones to Redding. Redding up top to Fath. We're going to go under 2 minutes left here in the second quarter. Redding, top of the key, Brown, right side to Arius Jones. Now Fath. Left wing, Redding. Touch pass baseline, Brown. Cut off immediately by Schmidt. So Brown sends it up the left sideline to the high half court where Redding gets it. Brown feeds the post. Mallers, turnaround. That's 12 feet out, and he missed it by about 1 foot. Air ball for Mallers. And the ball goes out of bounds baseline. It'll be Warsaw ball. And the Tigers have a 17-15 lead with 1:36 remaining in the second.
And now Carroll's going to pick up about 3/4 court, which I kind of thought they might try and do that to get this game to start to speed up, you know, and then maybe try to make Mangus go left. Kellen Brown's been working on that the whole game.
Mangus on the bounce, takes it to the right wing. Rhodes up top to Marindet. Minute 20. Clock is running. We're in the second quarter, and Warsaw's up 17-15 with the basketball. Center circle to Mangus. Kyle Mangus on the dribble. Looks to the right angle. Goes to the crouch as he dribbles to the baseline. Up top, Rhodes to Marindet.
They may play for one.
Clock's under a minute. 17-15 lead for Warsaw, and they're working the ball around the perimeter. Marindet picked up now by Jones. Jones will challenge Marindet, left sideline, right in front of the Carroll bench. And he'll find Rhodes near the foul line. Dribbles high half court and gives it off to David, who gives it back to Marindet. We're down to 38 seconds. And you're right. If Carroll fans want to be entertained, they don't want to sit and watch Warsaw hold the ball. Pick and pop up top to David, and now I think they might play it for one shot. It's down to 22 seconds. They've held the ball since over 1 minute as it continues to run. Marindet holding the ball near the center circle as the clock goes under 10 here in the second quarter. 17-15 Warsaw. Marindet a drive, and it's a blocking foul on Jones. And nobody in the field house that's got blue, or let's just say isn't wearing orange,
not a bad
didn't
foul.
Like that call.
Not a bad foul. They have fouls to give.
Yeah, 4.5 seconds.
Not a bad foul.
And on Arius Jones, it's his second. That's the only problem with the foul, is it is the second on Jones. He'll sit down. Now 4.5 seconds and he inbound. Mangus, left elbow. Fade away is up, and it's an air ball. Grabbed by Schmidt of Warsaw as the horn sounds, and that'll be the first half. Very low scoring, 17-15. Warsaw takes a 2-point lead to the locker room. We'll come back, look at some halftime numbers with Ryan Dellinger. I'm Brett Rump here at the Carroll Fieldhouse. We'll be back. It is high school basketball being presented tonight by Indiana Physical Therapy on ESPN Radio 1380 and 100.9 FM.
When an injury knocks you out of the game, call Parkview Sports Medicine. Whether you're an aspiring pro or a recreational athlete, our team of orthopedic surgeons, physical therapists, and athletic trainers will provide you with rapid access to comprehensive care and sport-specific rehabilitation. Parkview Sports Medicine will get you back to the action quickly and safely because the game just isn't the same without you. Call Parkview Sports Medicine today at 260-266-4007 and make our team of expert physicians your dream team. We'll get you back in the game.
Indiana Physical Therapy is your choice in Northern Indiana. Just like filling a medication prescription from your doctor, you have the right to choose who provides your physical therapy. And IPT accepts all insurance coverage. IPT is open 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. and offers same-day appointments. With 14 conveniently located clinics, go to IndianaPT.com to find the clinic near you. Contact Indiana Physical Therapy to start your therapy today. Celebrating 27 years in business, Indiana Physical Therapy is your choice for physical therapy. Call 260-209-2464 or visit IndianaPT.com.
You're listening to High School Basketball, presented by Indiana Physical Therapy on ESPN 1380 and 100.9 FM.
Halftime here at the Carroll Fieldhouse with the Warsaw Tigers leading it over the Carroll Chargers 17-15. For Carroll, they come in losers of their last two games. After starting the season 19-3, they've seen their record slip to 19-5 after losses last weekend to Homestead and then on the road at Indianapolis North Central. You don't want to go into the postseason on a three-game losing skid. It's a lot at stake here in the second half for Carroll. But on the reverse, Warsaw kind of in the same position. They started the season with 20 straight wins. They were 20-0 and then lost their last time out to Carroll, and they don't want to go in the postseason with their only two losses being a two-game losing streak. So both teams, I think, really want to get this game in the W column, and it's competitive, but, you know, for most fans, they probably would consider this a somewhat boring brand of basketball. It is very patient on both sides, especially on Warsaw's side, where they ran almost a minute off the clock at both the end of the first quarter and second quarter to try to get a final shot. But that is the Warsaw brand. That's what they do. And here at halftime, 2-point game. Warsaw's in front, 17-15.
Yeah, and, you know, in the first quarter, Carroll really controlled the pace of play. And then the second quarter start, and Warsaw totally took over the pace of play and then started hitting some shots. Mangus hit some shots. Marindet hit some shots. And Carroll started missing some shots. So, you know, this is about what we thought it would be, quite honestly, a low-scoring half. But can Carroll speed up the game in the second half? We saw him try to put on a three-quarters court man-to-man press, and that didn't work because they just dribbled out the clock. So will they go into maybe a trap on Warsaw in the second half in the half court? They may try that. You know, these two teams could meet up again in the not-too-distant future.
And you know what's interesting is the last time they met, it was 48-47 Warsaw, but that game went overtime.
Right.
So it was not even a 48-47 game in regulation. And we're kind of on that same type of pace here today. Ryan Dellinger now has your halftime numbers.
First for the Warsaw Tigers is Kyle Mangus with 8 points. Paul Marindet has 7, and Evan Schmidt has 2. For the Carroll Chargers, Jacob Redding has 2 points, all from the foul line. Arius Jones has 2 points off the bench. Kyle Mallers is leading the way with 7 points, and Riley Perlich has 4 points. So Kellen Brown, I think, is the one that has no points in this first half, and, you know, we've seen him score pretty well, but he's, you know, drawn that defensive assignment to have Kyle Mangus, and you have to guard him way out there.
It's very interesting if you look at the number of possessions. Offensively, offensive possessions are so low compared to a normal high school game. And the other thing is because we've had, 30, 40, 60-second possessions throughout this first half, you and I were just commenting that we played the entire 16 minutes of basketball, and that includes the break between the first and second quarter, somewhere around 20 to 22 minutes. It didn't take long at all to play it because there were very few whistles. There was almost no fouls, 3 fouls apiece on both Warsaw and Carroll. So nobody going to the line, no one-on-ones. Just, an amazing pace of basketball. I'll tell you this, Michael McIntyre better be ready to get through the scoreboard pretty quick, because if we have another half like that, we might be down at the Pizza Hut by 9 o'clock.
Yeah, you look at it, Carroll only had 3 turnovers. Warsaw just had 2, and they each only had 5 rebounds.
And you say the 3 turnovers, but that might be 3 turnovers in, 15 first-half possessions, maybe at most. Really as many low-possession game. And that's why I think you haven't seen a lot of different guys score. You just haven't had the possessions for them to be able to do it. Kellen Brown scoreless here in the first half. And usually he does contribute. Kyle Mallers has 7 of the 15. 7 not necessarily a high number for Mallers. It's about his season average when you look at a guy that's scoring about 14, 15 points a game. But 7 out of 15 points means he's the majority of your offense. And so it is a low-scoring game here at the half. Now, so far tonight, I want to tell you some of the things that we have had here at Carroll as far as the festivities with the final night of the regular season. Carroll honored the senior members of the dance squad, cheerleading, pep band, also the senior members of the basketball team, Avery Fath, Kyle Mallers, and Kellen Brown. They were able to walk out with all of their parents. We also had a 10-minute Champions Together game that helps the mentally disabled in this community get out and play some basketball. It's entertaining. The crowd supports it so much. The kids for the respective schools help to put it on, help to organize the game, and coach the teams. And they do a terrific job. They should be applauded as well. But we've had a lot going on here tonight. Probably the shortest event that we've had so far this evening was that first half.
Yeah, you're right. And now they're honoring, I believe it's the swim team that finished down at state, I believe 6th. So a very busy night here at Carroll High School.
Somebody's got to figure out a way to beat Carmel when it comes to swim. What do they have now, like 36 consecutive state championships or something?
I'm not sure that's going to happen.
I don't know if it's ever going to happen. The way Carmel has dominated swim in the state of Indiana. But yeah, I think they are honoring one of the teams. And again, coming up tomorrow, be sure to join Jim Shevlin for Talking Sports from 8 to 10. Then it's Inside the Game with Adam Schenkel. He'll be joined by DC Hendricks from 10 to 11. Local sports tomorrow morning on ESPN Radio 1380 and 100.9 FM. And then about 12:45, the pregame for IPFW at IUPUI, the final game of the regular season for the Mastodons, as the number 1 team in the Summit League will finish it off down at their in-state rivals at the state fairgrounds. In fact, I know a lot of people have talked to me today about maybe coming down because they got IPFW fever after coming to a home game last week, and this is going to be their last chance unless you want to drive all the way out to Sioux Falls, South Dakota to see them in the tournament. This might be it. So it's a nice day to drive down tomorrow. It's only about a 90 to 95-minute drive from Fort Wayne down to the State Fairgrounds Coliseum, because it's 69 all the way right straight to the Fairgrounds Coliseum, where IPFW and IUPUI will play tomorrow, and then it's off to Sioux Falls for the Don't forget, at Pizza Hut, you can enjoy the $5 flavor menu, and that includes medium pizzas, hand-tossed or thin and crispy, at just $5 each when you get 2 or more. That's single topping, medium pizzas, $5 each when you buy 2 or more. And I'll tell you, that's one of our family's favorites. We basically just pick a couple of toppings, have the 2 pizzas ordered, and I'll bet 2 to 3 nights a week. We put down a $10 bill, and we got 2 pizzas, and the family's fed. It works perfect. It's a great deal, and it's going on now at your hometown Pizza Hut restaurant. I know, I don't know how many pizzas you'd have to get.
$10 would not work.
No,
in our house.
the 2 pizzas wouldn't do it. You might have to go 2 plus 2 plus 2.
Very correct.
When you raise a house of offensive linemen, that's part of the consequences, keeping their weight up.
And you know what the worst thing is? The college coaches say, could you please feed them?
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
Then they hear
we'd like to see them 10, 15 pounds bigger next year. Well, we will take a break here at halftime, and when we come back, we've got our second half of action from the Carroll Fieldhouse. Our halftime score, the 6th-ranked Warsaw Tigers lead it over the 9th-ranked Carroll Chargers, 17-15. You're listening to High School Basketball, presented by Indiana Physical Therapy on ESPN Radio, 1380 and 100.9 FM.
You're sure about that?
Trust me, when Serenity Kitchen and Bath says it's guaranteed, they mean guaranteed.
But this is a big step. Getting a kitchen or a bath remodeled is an investment.
Which is exactly why you need Serenity Kitchen and Bath. Look at the job they did at our house.
Serenity remodeled your kitchen and bath?
Of course, and they do a fantastic job, because when you hire Serenity Kitchen and Bath, you're dealing with the owner. That's a big factor, because it's a totally hands-on operation. And Serenity never forgets that it's an important investment to you. That's why everything they do is of the highest quality. The owner even personally inspects each job before it's considered complete.
And your home is so beautiful. Okay, Serenity Kitchen and Bath is the choice. Now, where should we start first? The kitchen or the bathroom? Both.
Call 749-7028 and talk to the kitchen and bath remodeling experts at Serenity Kitchen and Bath. And if you're planning on attending the Home and Garden Show, be sure to get an estimate from the best. Serenity Kitchen and Bath, your first step towards peace of mind. 749-7028 or visit them at serenitykitchenandbath.com.
It's Pizza Hut's $5 flavor menu deal with your choice of any 2 or more of these delicious options for just $5 each. A medium 1-topping pizza, 8 breaded bone-out wings, a single pan of Tuscan pasta, a double order of garlic sticks or flavor sticks, even a Hershey's triple chocolate brownie or chocolate chip cookie. Just $5 each when you order 2 or more. Get pizza and pasta, pizza and wings, maybe even wings and a dessert. It's your choice with the $5 flavor menu for a limited time at your hometown Pizza Hut.
You're listening to High School Basketball, presented by Indiana Physical Therapy on ESPN 1380 and 100.9 FM.
Carroll Chargers will start with the basketball here in the third quarter, trailing the Warsaw Tigers 17-15. What we've seen from Carroll that's worked is really pounding it down low around the basket. And Riley Perlick, a sophomore, had some success with that, but Carroll really didn't stick with it. Now they work around the perimeter. Arias Jones drifts on the arc to the left, then top of the key to Perlick. A bounce pass in the lane knocked away, but Perlick got it back. Now from the left wing, it's Redding all the way to the basket, and as he goes up, he's fouled underneath. Jacob Redding will get 2 free throws and a chance to tie the score.
That's one score update. It was Homestead over Norwell at halftime, 40-19.
Ooh. Homestead might have to go into a stall so I can get my prediction close. First free throw for Redding draws Carroll to within a point. Now this one could tie it with 7:41 remaining in the third. Redding with 4 points. They've all come at the free throw line, and it's all tied up 17-all. Now Warsaw, first possession of the second half. They're led by Kyle Mangus with 8 points, and he's got the dribble on the left wing. Cut off by Brown. Pass cross court to Devin Schmidt. Near the baseline, Jeremy David dribbles up on the wing to Marindet. Left wing to Mangus. All the way down to the low block. Double team. Bounces it outside to Rhodes. David top of the key. Marindet now on the wing. Mangus guarded by Brown. Mangus dribbles up the arc and then splits the circles. The pass to Marindet. From the foul line, he floats it on the wing. Mangus will shoot it. The 3 is short. Kyle Mallers will go up and grab the rebound for Carroll. Here come the Chargers. Mallers coast to coast. Goes up for the layup, and he got fouled by Riley Rhodes. Now Kyle Mallers to the free throw line.
Yeah, this is the pace, more of the pace Carroll wants to play at. Get that rebound and get out and go.
Second foul on Warsaw's Riley Rhodes. Second one called on Warsaw here in the half. 6:56 remaining in the third quarter to break the tie. Mallers got it. 18-17, Chargers in front. Well, it was 15-11, I believe. It might have been 15-10. But I know at one point it was 15-11. Now it's a 7-2 run for the Chargers, but Mallers misses the second free throw offering. So here comes the Warsaw Tigers down by just a point. 18-17. Down to the low block. Mangus passes outside. Stolen. Redding to the basket. Layup good. And they're going to call a foul and count the bucket. Basket good by Redding. He's got 6.
And he's
got
late.
4 here in the second half. And the foul on Evan Schmidt of Warsaw. And now Carroll a chance to go up by 4.
I don't think Redding ever knew Schmidt was even behind him.
Got it. Well, it's 21-17, and Warsaw had a 17-15 halftime lead. That is 6-0 here in the third quarter in 1 minute and 24 seconds. Timeout will be called by Warsaw coach Doug Ogle. We'll take a break. You're listening to High School Basketball presented by Indiana Physical Therapy on ESPN Radio 1380 and 100.9 FM.
Indiana Physical Therapy is your choice in Northern Indiana. Just like filling a medication prescription from your doctor, you have the right to choose who provides your physical therapy. And IPT accepts all insurance coverage. IPT is open 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. and offers same-day appointments with 14 conveniently located clinics. Go to indianapt.com to find the clinic near you. Contact Indiana Physical Therapy to start your therapy today. Celebrating 27 years in business, Indiana Physical Therapy is your choice for physical therapy. Call 260-209-2464 or visit indianapt.com.
You're listening to High School Basketball, presented by Indiana Physical Therapy on ESPN 1380 and 100.9 FM.
With Ryan Dellinger, I'm Brett Rump courtside at the Carroll Fieldhouse. If you consider courtside upper level up in the corner, but that sounds good.
Perfect seating.
Sounds good for us. DC Hendricks works back in the ESPN 1380 and 100.9 FM studios. We've got 6:36 remaining, third quarter. And the Carroll Chargers have come out of the locker room, outscoring Warsaw 6-0, and now lead at 21-17. Of course, Carroll started the game very similar way, and Warsaw showed some composure and came back. Lob pass down low. Mangus missed from down deep, and the rebound goes to Warsaw. Jeremy David outside Marindet. Corner Mangus, 3, got it. Somehow Brown lost Mangus in the corner, and his 3 brings Warsaw to within a point. 21-20. Mangus double figures with 11. Top of the key, Redding. Left angle, Jones. Redding just to the right of the circle and gives to Brown. Now on the wing, Redding bounces it. Baseline, back to the basket. Mallers, he just backs in, gets down low, gets contact and scores. That was all Kyle Mallers. Taking Jeremy David to school down low, or was it Riley Rhodes? Man to man, I think it was Rhodes, and he'll get the third foul. His third foul, and the 4th on the team. But now Riley Rhodes, who has the assignment of Kyle Mallers, in foul trouble, and it will force Warsaw to make a change. They're bringing in Jacob Burish. Burish,
not sure he's even played here yet tonight.
No, hasn't been in yet. He's a muscular junior, 6'2" forward. Now he will match up against Mallers. And right now, Kyle Mallers to the free throw line to finish a 3-point play. Got it. It's a 4-point lead for Carroll, 24-20. Mallers double figures with 11. Front court, Warsaw Tigers down by 4. We're in the third quarter, 5:40 to play. Top of the key, Marindet looks and then steps outside, almost to midcourt. Bounce pass, high post to David. He'll turn, shoot it from just outside the elbow and miss it. Kellen Brown rebound Carroll. Half court outlet goes to Redding. Redding flips on the left side. Jones. Maller's off a screen. Top of the key. Won't shoot it. Passes up top to Redding and then sets a screen as Redding dribbles to the right. Right sideline, Brown. Arias Jones, left side, still works on the perimeter. Up top to Jacob Redding. Top of the key screen from Perlick. Redding can't use it. Now he will. He'll drive in the lane, float up a 10-footer that goes 9 feet, and the air ball taken by Warsaw. 4:48, clock running in the third. Marindette from the left wing. Warsaw's down 4, 24-20. Baseline pass David. Up on the elbow to Burrish. Now up top, Mangus. At the top of the key, Mangus on the wing to Marindette. He's guarded by Arias Jones. Steps outside, dribbles to the right to center of the floor. And on the right wing, the pass to Burrish. Marindette will go over to his right and grab it near the three-point arc. And again, he'll drift outside. This is what Warsaw does. They patiently try to get what they want, and if they don't get it, they step all the way out and reset the entire offense. We're halfway through the third. Chargers lead 24-20 over the state's 6th-ranked Warsaw Tigers. Burrish to Evan Schmidt, left wing. Baseline. Marindette drives and scores. Paul Marindette with 9 points. Quickly, Carroll has the ball in the front court with Warsaw down by 2. Redding will take over at the top of the circle and give it off to the point guard, Arias Jones. Popping out high, Kyle Mallers makes the catch. Throws right sideline, Jones. Turns, faces, drives down the lane. Teardrop, got it! Jones with a floater in the lane. 26-22, and Arias Jones with 4 points.
Arias Jones had a good night, especially playing defense.
3:15, the clock running in the third quarter. A 4-point Chargers lead after they trailed by 2 at the break. In fact, they had 15 in the first 2 quarters and have 11 in the third quarter alone, and we've only played 5 of the 8 minutes. Much better pace for the Chargers offensively. Schmidt to Mangus up top. Gets cut off by Jones. Still works the dribble to the left elbow and then throws out on the wing to David. Bad pass up top. Goes into the backcourt, but it was deflected there by Carroll.
Did Mallers get hurt on that play? He really winced when he stopped.
Don't look like he's hurt.
Oh, yeah.
There's Marindette driving. Up top, it's Mangus. Mangus will drive in the lane, float it up over Mallers, and score. 26-24, and Mangus with 13. Perlick to the baseline. Back up the sideline to Jacob Redding, who'll get up top, center, and then drift to the left. Left sideline, high half court. Jones will pop out from the center circle. Arias Jones bounces the left wing to Kellen Brown. We're under 2 minutes to play in the third. A 2-point lead for the Chargers. Low block. Mallers backs in. Turns baseline. Can't get a shot. Tried to use the free hand to push the defender off, but fortunately thought better of it. Now Mallers to the elbow. Outside Brown. Up top Mallers. Bounce pass, posting Perlick. He's going to try to overpower, but doesn't. Throws outside to Mallers. 3-ball, no good by Mallers, and then a big collision in the lane, and we're going to have a foul called, and they're going to call it on Warsaw. Jacob Burrish called, and he had the position clearly inside Kellen Brown, but the official said that Burrish backed in to Brown and got called for the foul. 5th one on Warsaw here in the half. None called against Carroll, and that's also got to have the Warsaw Tigers fans a bit testy.
Oh, I'm sure. And that I was watching the rebound, and then all at once you saw him come underneath him. So this is big time now for
Redding
Carroll.
for 3. He got it. Redding on the inbound play has put the Chargers up 29-24. They've outscored Warsaw 14-7 here in the third quarter. Last minute 15.
Yeah, well, they hold the ball.
Mangus, top of the key. Collision. Blocking foul called on Brown. Brown not happy. And the official gives Brown a look. Doesn't want to get shown up, but Brown obviously upset. He thought he had beaten Mangus to the position and took a charge, but instead Brown picks up the first foul on the Chargers here in the second half, and the first one whistled personally against Kellen Brown in the game.
And he's still wondering why he didn't get the charge call.
1 minute left. We're in the third quarter. 29-24. Carroll in front on their home court. Senior night. Warsaw the ball. Mangus outside to Johnson. Ross Johnson enters the game and dribbles all the way across the court right to left, where he hands to Paul Marendet. Down to 42 seconds. A 5-point deficit for Warsaw. We saw them run over a minute of clock at the end of the first and second quarter, and they might do it again, even down by 5. Marendet to Mangus. Near the timeline, Mangus to the left or right wing. Bounces it up the sideline to David. Almost stolen by Redding, who cut the passing lane and just about had it. But Marendet holds the ball with 17 seconds.
And Redding came from all the way across the court. He was ball hawking on that one.
Down to 10 seconds. Marendet on the bounce with 6. Foul line, lobs out on the wing. Mangus will shoot the 3, and he'll miss it at the horn. The ball rebounded by Redding, but they'll go to the fourth with the Chargers flipping what was a deficit at halftime. They now lead it 29-24 over Warsaw, heading to the fourth. This is high school basketball being presented by Indiana Physical Therapy on ESPN Radio 1380 and 100.9 FM.
When an injury knocks you out of the game, call Parkview Sports Medicine. Whether you're an aspiring pro or a recreational athlete, our team of orthopedic surgeons, physical therapists, and athletic trainers will provide you with rapid access to comprehensive care and sport-specific rehabilitation. Parkview Sports Medicine will get you back to the action quickly and safely, because the game just isn't the same without you. Call Parkview Sports Medicine today at 260-266-4007 and make our team of expert physicians your dream team. We'll get you back in the game.
It's Pizza Hut's $5 flavor menu deal with your choice of any 2 or more of these delicious options for just $5 each. A medium 1-topping pizza, 8 breaded bone-out wings, a single pan of Tuscan pasta, a double order of garlic sticks or flavor sticks, even a Hershey's triple chocolate brownie or chocolate chip cookie. Just $5 each when you order 2 or more. Get pizza and pasta, pizza and wings, maybe even wings and a dessert. It's your choice with the $5 flavor menu for a limited time at your hometown Pizza Hut.
You're listening to High School Basketball, presented by Indiana Physical Therapy on ESPN 1380 and 100.9 FM.
The Carroll Chargers, trying to end a 2-game losing streak, take a 5-point lead into the fourth quarter. 29-24 over the Warsaw Tigers. Warsaw trying to avoid 2 straight losses after 20 wins to start the season. Marendet for Warsaw. Outside, Johnson, baseline to David. He's 20 feet out, so he'll throw up on the high wing to Marendet. Crossover as he goes to the baseline. He'll be double teamed, picks up the dribble, throws out to David. Up top between the circles, Johnson. Dribbles to his right, circles back up top, and gives to Marendet. We played 35 seconds of the fourth quarter. Still 29-24. Marendet at the foul line. Outside Johnson. 3 on the way for Johnson, and it rattles down. Count it for Ross Johnson off the bench. Might only be in there because of the 3 fouls on Riley Rhodes, but that draws Warsaw to within a bucket. 29-27, 1 minute into our fourth quarter. And now look at Carroll go to a 4-corner.
And it's a true 4 corners.
Yeah. You've got Kyle Mallers near the top of the key, and the other 4 Chargers literally standing in each corner of the half court.
Hey, they may just be running this because they're working so hard playing defense. They may just need a break for a good 20 seconds.
Mallers near the timeline. Dribbles between the circles. Flips it. Jones. The old-fashioned North Carolina 4 corners. Jones will dribble. Then flip it outside to Brown. Up top to Mallers. 6:20 on the clock.
That's interesting that the Warsaw fans would be yelling, "This is boring."
Yeah.
This is high tempo for them.
Jones. Mallers. What's surprising, and I never challenged Marty Beasley, but to play this tempo, you almost feel like they're playing into Warsaw's hands because Carroll was doing a great job when they had picked up the pace in the third. The third quarter, Carroll outscored the Warsaw Tigers 15-7.
You're right. And
or 14-7. And now they're holding the ball with 5.5 to play, and the clock continues to tick. Well, we will be down at the Pizza Hut for the postgame quickly. Basically, if this continues, we'll be there in 5 minutes and 27 seconds.
And, Warsaw's got 5 fouls, so...
Warsaw is sitting back, not even challenging, and Jones just holding the ball under his arm against his right hip. Arius Jones just stands, wipes his brow, looks up in the sky. There is nothing happening here other than the clock's running. The only movement is the tick of the clock.
And Coach Beasley is just standing there telling them, hey, if they're not going to guard us, we've got the lead.
He switched hands. He now holds the ball under his left arm. Arius Jones for the Chargers, a 6'3", 170-pound sophomore guard. Now he kind of wipes the ball in between his palms, looks up at the scoreboard, continues to just stand with the basketball, and he's not going to be guarded. We're down to 4.5 minutes.
Kyle Mallers is going, this isn't the way it'll be at Ball State next year.
Under 4.5.
Wow.
4:23, 4:22. Maybe I'll just go ahead and count the clock down.
Yeah, excitement.
There's nothing to call because Arius Jones is just holding on to the basketball, and Warsaw stays back in the defense. Now, Doug Ogle has come out, and he has signaled.
They went to a zone.
Holding up 2 fingers. So, so they've gone to a 1-2-2 zone, which means Carroll's going to continue to hold the basketball, Ryan. We go under 4 minutes. And Jones has been, he's going to bounce it.
Wow.
Yeah, finally dribbles it, and now are they going to an offense?
I don't think so. I think
Jones just threw it over to Martin, who threw it right back to Jones. He stands in the center circle. Jones just might have been bored, tired of holding the ball without doing anything.
Hey, I just wanted to show Warsaw they're going to move the ball against their zone.
Because now he's holding it. Making kind of a face and just standing and holding the ball. Arius Jones. The entire crowd watching him, and he's looking up at the crowd. He just turned. Arius Jones, while he's holding the ball, just looked over in the student section. Gave them a little look. They cheered back, and Jones continues to hold the basketball, and now we're down to 3 minutes and 15 seconds.
The entire Carroll basketball team that's on the floors, other than the guy with the ball, is really wondering what is going on here.
Yeah.
Especially Kyle Mallers. He's just trying to keep
he keeps moving to stay loose. Yeah, he trots into the lane and then trots back out to his corner.
And now they're moving out.
There's Martin. And a timeout. As soon as they did that, Marty Beasley decides to call timeout. Little cat and mouse. You wonder if it's a little chess game with Doug Ogle and Marty Beasley. Of course, as we've said, Ryan, these two have played one-possession games virtually every year over the last 5. Every game decided by less than 5 points. You have 2 of those games going into overtime. And last year, a 1-point game in overtime. Warsaw, a 48-47 winner over Carroll. It's a full timeout, so we'll take a break with 2:54 left. It's high school basketball presented by Indiana Physical Therapy on ESPN Radio, 1380 and 100.9 FM.
Is your choice in Northern Indiana. Just like filling a medication prescription from your doctor, you have the right to choose who provides your physical therapy. And IPT accepts all insurance coverage. IPT is open 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. and offers same-day appointments. With 14 conveniently located clinics, go to IndianaPT.com to find the clinic near you. Contact Indiana Physical Therapy to start your therapy today. Celebrating 27 years in business, Indiana Physical Therapy is your choice for physical therapy. Call 260-209-2464 or visit IndianaPT.com.
You're listening to High School Basketball, presented by Indiana Physical Therapy on ESPN 1380 and 100.9 FM.
2 minutes and 54 seconds remains on the clock. The question is it 2 minutes and 54 seconds of a running clock? No, it's going to be Warsaw coming out and defending. In fact, they put a trap on after Carroll had held the ball for 3 minutes. Now it's a half-court trap for the Warsaw Tigers. Definitely a change. Right wing, Mallers. Up top to Jones. On the right wing, Martin. Jones up top, lobs it. Left wing to Redding. Mallers baseline to Brown, and he wasn't cutting. Now he's going to be double-teamed, and it's going to force Marty Beasley to call a timeout. I think that time if Brown would have cut to the basket when they threw into the middle of the zone where Mallers made the catch near the foul line, Brown could have had a layup.
Actually, Anthony Martin he cut behind the defender, and if Mallers would have looked diagonally, he would have been able to have a wide open layup. But either way, Carroll still has the ball, and we have 2:23 to play.
29-27 is the score. Carroll in front. It was 17-15 Warsaw at halftime. Now 29-27 with 2 minutes and 23 seconds left in the game. Now, who'd have thought? We knew this would be a defensive game, probably a lower scoring game, but who'd have thought it could be a situation where first to 30 could win?
Yeah, I was just going to say that to you. I think the first to 30 wins this game, maybe 32. That would be a lot of points in the last 2:23.
And Warsaw did just lose to Carmel 36-33 the last time out. Mallers in the corner, takes it to the wing. He's going to be double-teamed and bounces it to the top of the half court to Redding. Lob over the defense, Perlick. He gets trapped too far down underneath the basket, and it's back outside. Carroll works it around the perimeter. A 2-point lead with 2:05 left. Mallers double-teamed, and another timeout for Marty Beasley.
Yeah, I believe he's...
Very interesting that Carroll held the ball, and now they've seemed to have lost a rhythm now that Warsaw has gone to the complete extreme defensively from sitting back and letting Carroll hold it to now coming out and actually trapping.
Yeah, and Carroll has nobody running the foul line extended, so there is nobody there for, that extra guy right there in the middle, which I would think would be a great place for either an Anthony Martin or even Kellen Brown. But, Warsaw has now taken control of the pace of the game again and started to get the movement going, but Carroll still has the ball.
2 minutes, 3 seconds on the clock. 29-27. The Carroll Chargers a leader. Carroll comes in losers of 2 straight, a 19-5 record. They lost to Homestead and Indianapolis North Central last weekend. Warsaw won their first 20 games of the season, lost the last time out to Carmel. Under 2 to play. Mallers got grabbed, no call. Mallers dribbles to the baseline, then crosses it to Brown. Down low, Perlick. He was open, didn't know it. Back outside to Jones. Redding, right wing to Mallers, up top Redding. 29-27, and Redding just threw it away. Tried to throw it all the way across the defense from up high right to down low left, and a turnover on Carroll after they held the ball for about 4.5 minutes.
And Warsaw's going to hold the ball for the last shot.
29-27. Warsaw down by 2 with a minute 20 now left. Top of the key, Mangus to the left wing. Cut off, turns outside and throws it to Marendet. Marendet just left to the top of the key. Will come all the way up to the timeline, start the offense. Man-to-man defense for the Chargers. The clock goes down to 1 minute. Mangus, a spin in the lane, puts it up, got a whistle, called it, and a foul! Kyle Mangus, a spin in the lane, the bucket, and the foul's called on Arius Jones, his third. 29-29 with 59.5 seconds left, and Mangus a chance to put Warsaw in front. This would be the first to 30, and he's got it. 30-29, Warsaw in front of Carroll. Under a minute left, 16 in the game for Kyle Mangus, the 6'3 junior guard for the Tigers. Jones, top of the key with 48 seconds. Right wing to Kellen Brown. Left to Perlick. Sophomore on the perimeter. Throws sideline to Arius Jones. Down to 37 seconds. A 1-point Warsaw lead. Carroll the ball. Jones, right side to Redding. He'll split the circles. Cross back. Bring it right wing to Brown. 26 seconds. Brown Picks up the dribble on the arc and throws up top to Jones. Back to Brown right wing and a whistle. And Marty Beasley another timeout with 19.7 seconds. It'll be a full timeout with the Tigers leading at 30-29. 19.7 seconds left. We'll take a break. This is high school basketball presented by Indiana Physical Therapy on ESPN Radio 1380 and 100.9 FM.
When an injury knocks you out of the game, call Parkview Sports Medicine. Whether you're an aspiring pro or a recreational athlete, our team of orthopedic surgeons, physical therapists, and athletic trainers will provide you with rapid access to comprehensive care and sport-specific rehabilitation. Parkview Sports Medicine will get you back to the action quickly and safely because the game just isn't the same without you. Call Parkview Sports Medicine today at 260-266-4007 and make our team of expert physicians your dream team. We'll get you back in the game.
You're listening to High School Basketball, presented by Indiana Physical Therapy on ESPN 1380 and 100.9 FM.
We're back at the Carroll Fieldhouse. I'm Brett Rumpel with Ryan Dellinger, and DC Hendricks. The Capital is back in the ESPN 1380 and 100.9 FM studios. There's 19.7 seconds on the clock. Carroll has the basketball. They're down by 1. Kyle Mangus, an old-fashioned three-point play for Warsaw that tied it, and the free throw gave them the lead with just under 1 minute left. And now Carroll with a final possession. Kellen Brown up top to Arius Jones. He splits the circles with 13 seconds. Right wing to Riley Pollitt. Stolen by Meredith. Down to the basket. He spins back out with 5 seconds. And he's fouled with 4.2 seconds. And he'll go to the free throw line. No, he won't. No, he won't. A foul to give. So Carroll's in a desperate situation. That's only the third foul on the Chargers. With only 4.2 seconds, they're in trouble. Yeah. Because they can't foul to force Warsaw to the free throw line.
They had another timeout by Warsaw.
A turnover by Carroll. And now Warsaw has the ball. With 4.2 seconds left, they lead by 1. And only 3 team fouls on Carroll. How do you give 3 in 4.2 seconds and still leave yourself any time to do anything? I mean, they've almost got to force the turnover is what they've got to do.
I don't even know. Would they call it intentional if you
grab them before the inbound
run, or you try to? I don't know how you're going to do it, but especially where this ball is, it's right over here at midcourt. This is a very difficult place to get any fouls.
4.2 seconds left. We're at the Carroll Fieldhouse. It has been a tight game throughout. A very competitive game, and right now just a 1-point lead for the Warsaw Tigers, who have the basketball with 4.2 seconds left.
And Carroll hasn't even scored in this quarter.
It's amazing. 29-24, so it's a 6-0 Warsaw quarter, and that might just be enough to win it after trailing by 5. 4.2 seconds.
I'm shocked nobody's on the ball.
It'll be inbounded sideline, just outside foul line extended by Paul Marendette of Warsaw. And he gets the inbound in to Riley Rhodes, and immediately he's fouled, but at 1 second did tick off. Arius Jones, guilty of his 4th foul. Or no, they will call it on Martin. So Anthony Martin gets his first. That's the 4th on the team. The clock down to 3.2 seconds. Now it is foul line extended for the inbound. Marendette looks, gets it into Mangus. Immediately he's wrapped up, and the clock ticks down to 2.7. This foul on Kellen Brown.
They still got to go. I mean, there will be no time left, even if they get to 7.
Almost have to foul before the ball's inbounded and hope to get caught. Whether you grab a jersey or do something where it's not enough to be an intentional. Let's see what they do. Marendette, and there's the whistle before the ball's inbounded. And Jones is fouled out.
No, I think that last foul. Is that foul on him?
No, that. Well, it's Kellen Brown. They keep pointing at what looks like Arius Jones.
Yeah, and he went, wait, me?
Yeah. It is Kellum Brown's third. That's the sixth foul. So now they can foul and put Warsaw to the line. There's 2.7 seconds. And now a timeout's going to be called, which I think they're going to discuss who do we want going to the line, because we're going to have to run at him and really make a desperate attempt to get noticed fouling somebody. Now, we don't have the stats, but my guess, Ryan, is Kyle Mangus is not the guy to foul.
Well, he was the only one that shot a free throw.
Yeah.
So
16 points for Mangus, 9 scored by Paul Marindet. That leads Warsaw. 10 for Reading and 11 for Kyle Mallers. That's 21 of the 29 they've got on the board, and it's 30-29. Warsaw, a 1-point lead over Carroll with 2.7 seconds left. And now Carroll with 16 fouls. So the next one will put Warsaw to the free throw line with a 1-1. At 1-point game, Ryan, you have to remember that even if you make both free throws, it's still a game that could be tied and sent into overtime. It will still be a one-possession game.
I think if you're Carroll, you still got to foul before that ball even touches somebody's hand. This is just a difficult situation here with only 2.7 to go.
2.7. The ball's inbounded baseline under the basket. Marindet to throw it in for Warsaw. He looks. He looks, and he bounces it in the corner. Mangus will make the catch. And Carroll tried to double team, and Marindet just put a bounce pass into the corner that only Mangus could get. Perfect placement on the bounce pass, and 0.7 of a second ran off the clock. So there's 2.0 showing on the big scoreboard at center court. 2 seconds and a 30-29 lead for Warsaw. It's a 1-1 for Kyle Mangus, who steps to the line with 16 of Warsaw's 30. And he got the front end. Now it's a 2-point game.
Or you make it.
I think you've got to go ahead and make it. Because if you make it, the worst thing that can happen is they throw in a long three and you go to overtime. You can't give yourself an opportunity to lose the game while you're at the line. Mangus for a 3-point lead. Got it. And now we'll have a timeout. They'll set up a final play with 2 seconds left. A 3-point game, 32-29. It's Warsaw leading it over Carroll. 18 in the game for Mangus. It's a full timeout. We'll take a final break. You're listening to High School Basketball presented by Indiana Physical Therapy on ESPN Radio, 1380 and 100.9 FM.
Indiana Physical Therapy is your choice in Northern Indiana. Just like filling a medication prescription from your doctor, you have the right to choose who provides your physical therapy. And IPT accepts all insurance coverage. IPT is open 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. and offers same-day appointments. With 14 conveniently located clinics, go to IndianaPT.com to find the clinic near you. Contact Indiana Physical Therapy to start your therapy today. Celebrating 27 years in business, Indiana Physical Therapy is your choice for physical therapy. Call 260-209-2464 or visit IndianaPT.com.
You're listening to High School Basketball, presented by Indiana Physical Therapy on ESPN 1380 and 100.9 FM.
We're back at the Carroll Fieldhouse with 2 seconds left. Warsaw has outscored Carroll here in the fourth quarter, 8-0. And they lead 32-29. Well, you know, Ryan, I'm just wondering, you could question it. Marty Beasley going to the stall tactic. Did it take away the momentum? Because Carroll was in front, 29-24. Warsaw hit a 3. And then the momentum changed. Half court pass to Martin, and he mishandled it. It goes out of bounds, and the horn sounds. The game's over. Right off Martin's hands at midcourt. I think he was trying to make a quick catch and time out at midcourt. And it goes off Martin, out of bounds. The horn sounds, and the game's over. Warsaw defeats the Carroll Chargers 32-29. High school basketball presented by Indiana Physical Therapy on ESPN Radio, 1380 and 100.9 FM.
You're sure about that?
Trust me, when Serenity Kitchen and Bath says it's guaranteed, they mean guaranteed.
But this is a big step. Getting a kitchen or a bath remodeled is an investment.
Which is exactly why you need Serenity